What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So this is the Thronebreaker Enchantress. She is pretty tricky, and I'm going to try to explain it as good as I can. So let's talk about the nodes that she's got first. So Mighty Avengers, Jack Avengers, and Robot Attackers inflicted a defender with an indefinite 10% debility debuff at the start of the fight. I'll tell you why debility is nice to have on Enchantress. And then also knocking out the defender with a special inflicts another debility debuff for 15 seconds. And then this is the best one. The attacker's well-timed blocks, so your parries, will inflict a debuff on the defender for 10 seconds. And this debuff cycles between slow and panic. Slow is like for evade and unstoppable, and panic is for basically like untouchable, which is pretty nice. And then I think there's another thing, but mostly the untouchable. And then she can block unblockable attacks, doesn't matter too much. And then she has a 10% limber. So 3 out of the 5 nodes are good for us, beneficial for us. So dude, she's got a lot of spells, and the most important thing is to know what action to do to remove them, because there's 3 different spells. And how I remember it is basically when she's got the orange one, you intercept. When you see an orange spell, you intercept to remove it. When you see a green, you interrupt her heavy, and then when you see a purple, you knock her down. That's how you remember it. I'm gonna show you exactly how I dex this SP1 here. I'm not completely dexing it, but I'm gonna show you with like a Hercules, because with Miles here it can get confusing with, you know, him missing as well. So this is again for my stream. So check what happens if you try to block the SP1. So you're gonna get afflicted with a lot of debuffs, and they're also passives, and they do a lot of damage. So take a look at this. If I block the whole thing, it's a lot of debuffs and they're ticking. And she also goes unstoppable if you don't know how to remove the spell. Here I just have to like basically interrupt her heavy to stop the unstoppable. So what I do with this SP1 is I dex again, and then I block the first aid and I dex again. So there is 2 dexes. If I go back again, there is 2 dexes, and then there's like 3 more hits. So you want to block the first one and then dex the last one. You can dex all 3 of them, but it's not safe. You might get hit by the last one, which inflicts the debuffs. And as you can see there, we do not get it. So if you follow this strategy, and then also go for, let me play this fight again. If you follow this strategy and know what to do with how to remove the spells and all that stuff, you will not have a problem. So now let's go over why it's good to have the Debilitate on Enchantress. So for each spell that she has active, she reduces incoming damage by 20%. Now, if you were to hit her, you know, whenever she throws a special, if she has a spell active, she's gonna transfer the damage that she prevented to you. So you might have seen like Hercules took like a bit of damage when she popped the special. That's because she had a spell active. But if she has a Debilitate on her, the spells count as negative. So let's say she's got like 1 spell and you have 1 debility on her, you're not going to take damage. So that's why debility is nice, but it's not like too crazy, because you can't really inflict a lot of them, and she gets like so many spells. So yeah, that is what debility does. You can use like a Young Avenger or someone like that and do this, but yeah. The last thing I want to showcase here, let's just play the fight again, is you're going to see she starts with those spells. So she has 2 of the purple one and 1 of the green one. So what I need to do for the green one to go away is I need to interrupt her heavy. And then for the purple, I need to knock her down. So check what I'm going to do in this fight. So here I want to bait her heavy, because she is untouchable. And that's a 30% untouchable, so there's a 30% chance you miss. But what I do here is I interrupt the heavy, and boom, the green spell is gone. But now I need to knock her down so that the purple spell is gone too, so I don't take damage when she throws a special, because now she's preventing damage. So we're going for the heavy right now, boom, those are gone. So what happens when she has, let's start with the orange spell. So if she has the orange spell, she basically can inflict debuffs with the SP1. So it can either be like Incinerate, it can be Cold Snap, or Shock. I think those are the debuffs that she can inflict, and keep in mind those can be inflicted through block. Now the most OP, I should say, like spell is the green one. So if she has the green one, it's pretty crazy. So she does go untouchable, so there's a chance you miss. And then she can also recover from knockdowns, from special knockdowns. She can evade them. And then she also goes unstoppable on her medium attack. So it's pretty crazy. So you definitely want to remove the green spell when you see it by interrupting the heavy. And then lastly, if you want to remove those purple spells, they're not too crazy. They're just like neutralize if you use like Cosmics and Nullify. But you do want to remove it from heavies. So the fight can get tricky if she has orange and green spells active, because how you remove the orange is by intercepting her. But if she has green, she's gonna be unstoppable when she's performing a medium attack. So if you see both of them active, you definitely want to interrupt the heavy first and then intercept. That's what you want to do. So let's go through the fight here. So she's gonna throw an SP1 right here. We're gonna dex it like that. As you can see, she applied those neutralize and nullifies like that, atrophy. It doesn't matter too much, but I still want to knock her down because I don't want to take damage when she throws the next SP1. There we go. And also, if you try and bait special 2, you have to bait 2 SP1s first. But I would rather like bait SP1s. SP2 is pretty tough. So now she has 3 spells, 1 of each. I'm gonna do the heavy knockdown, remove the purple, and now I did the intercept there. That was a risky one because if she did a medium there, I would have taken damage, but she did. Wait, let me go back. I don't think she did a medium there. Yeah, she was pretty close to me to activate the unstoppable. And then I interrupt the heavy. There goes the green, and at this point I bait another SP1. Dexy, we're fine. And yeah, at this point I need to like interrupt the heavy so that the spell goes away. And when you do that, the untouchable goes away as well. So at this point I need to intercept for the orange ones, and then fight is over. So yeah, Enchantress is definitely pretty tricky to fight, but the most important thing about Enchantress is know how to dex SP1. No, you don't need to complete dex SP1, you just need to dex the last part of it, because you're gonna get debuffs through the block and their passives, and they're doing a lot of damage. You can't even shrug them off. And then the second most important thing is what action you do to remove the spells. So let me remind you again. For the orange spell, if you see orange spells, you need to do a intercept. If you see green, you need to interrupt her heavy. And if you see a purple, you need to knock her down. So that's what you need to do, and then you're gonna have no problem. And then also keep in mind, if you see the tricky combination with, you know, green and orange being there, you want to remove the green ones first by knocking her down. Sorry, by interrupting her heavy, because she's gonna get unstoppable, and then if you try to intercept or remove the orange one, she is gonna mess you up. So yeah, man, hopefully this video helped you guys. Enchantress is definitely a tricky one. You do need to know what you're doing when you're fighting Enchantress, and I think I explained that pretty well. Hopefully I did. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Enchantress, and hopefully this video helped you. If it did, leave it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.